Thrace constitutes the northeastern extremity of mainland Greece. It covers a total area of 8,578.5 square kilometers, and according to the 1991 census, has 338,190 inhabitants, including 120,000 Muslims. For the purposes of administration, the region is divided into three prefectures: Xanthi, with the town of Xanthi as its capital; Rhodope, with Komotini as its capital; and Evros, with Alexandropoli as its capital. The island of Samothraki is in Evros prefecture. Greek Thrace is only a small part of a large geographical and historical region which remained undifferentiated until the end of the 19th century, and was referred to by contemporary historians and cartographers as Thrace, Rumelia, or Romania. In the ancient period, the vast geographical region extended from the river Strymon in the west to the Black Sea in the east, and from the Aegean Sea and the Propontis in the south to the Danube in the north. It was inhabited by the Thracians, who, according to the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, were the most numerous people in the world after the Indians. During their major period of colonization, the ancient Greeks established many important colonies along the Thracian coast, among the most prominent of which were Abdera, Maronia, Zoni, Sestos, Perinthos, Byzantium, Apollonia, Anchiolos, Mesembria, and Odessos. In the 4th century BC, Philip of Macedon conquered most of Thrace and made it part of his massive state. Shortly afterwards, his son Alexander the Great completed the conquest of Thrace, reaching as far as the Danube. Thereafter, the Nestos, rather than the Strymon, was regarded as the region's western boundary. During the Hellenistic period, Thrace was ruled by many of Alexander's successors. Following the overthrow of the Macedonian state in 168 BC, the Romans annexed the region to their own vast empire, and about 100 years later it became a Roman province. It was then that the northern part between Hymos, now Balkan Mountains, and the river Danube became a distinct province for the first time, known as Moesia. When Constantine the Great transferred his capital from Rome to Constantinople in the 4th century AD, Thrace was transformed from a mere remote province into a vital part of what historians have named the Byzantine Empire. In the Byzantine period, more specifically in the 6th and 7th centuries, Bulgars settled into the northern part of Thrace, the Roman province of Moesia, and it was separated from the rest of the undifferentiated geographical region. Therefore, until the 19th century, the natural borders of Greater Thrace were the Nestos to the west, the Black Sea to the east, and the Aegean and the Propontis to the south, and the Hymos Mountains to the north. Following the overthrow of the Byzantine Empire by the Franks in 1204, Thrace was renamed Romea, a term that was used by the European cartographers and geographers until the 19th century. 2 centuries later, in the second half of the 14th century, Thrace was conquered by the Ottomans, who called it Rum Ili, or Land of the Romans. The term was used throughout the Ottoman period by many geographers and cartographers, including Greeks, most notably the revolutionary poet Rigas Velastinlis. Owing to the considerable changes that took place in the Byzantine and Ottoman periods, Thrace was inhabited by Greeks, Bulgarians, and Turks until the early 20th century. This was the main reason why Thrace became an apple of discord in the second half of the 19th and the beginning of the 20th century, with Greece, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire all laying claim to it. As a direct result of the national rivalry among the Balkan peoples at the time, the geographically and historically undifferentiated region of Thrace was partitioned 3 ways, with grave consequences for the population groups who had hitherto coexisted there in peace and harmony. The dividing process began in 1885, when the newly established nation-state of Bulgaria annexed the northern part of Thrace, which had been a semi-autonomous province of the Ottoman Empire known as Eastern Rumelia. A process of ethnic cleansing was then launched in Thrace, with tragic consequences for all the population groups living in the region, especially the Thracian Greeks. The dividing process continued in the early 20th century. In 1913, following the Balkan Wars, the southern part of Thrace was divided into 2 parts, east and west. Eastern Thrace remained a province of the Ottoman Empire, while western Thrace, even though it had been liberated by the Greek army, was given to Bulgaria. As a direct consequence of these developments, the region's Greek population shrank still further as it endured more than 5 years of persecution by both the Bulgarian and the Turkish authorities. In May 1920, thanks to the unstinting efforts of Prime Minister Eleftherios Venizelos, the great powers of that time awarded both western and eastern Thrace to Greece. Yet 2 years later, on account of the Asia Minor disaster, Greece was forced to surrender eastern Thrace to Turkey. As a result, more than 200,000 Greeks abandoned their ancestral homes there and sought refuge in western Thrace, Macedonia, and other parts of Greece. The tripartite division of Greater Thrace was formally concluded with the signing of the Treaty of Lausanne in 1923. The treaty fixed the borders between Greece and Turkey, and Western Thrace was definitively incorporated within Greece. It also excluded the Muslims living in Greek Thrace from the compulsory exchange of populations between Greece and Turkey, and the Greek government granted them the official status of religious minority.